In 2020 alone, the ASPC reports having spayed or neutered 47,000 pets, which is great. It's a huge number, but there's still a lot more work to be done. Right now, I've gotten all of my information from credible and reliable sources such as the ASPCA, the Concho Valley Paws, which is a humane society here in San Angelo. I have also gotten my information from the PetSmart Charities, which covers all of the United States, and other vets that have partnered with these charities to provide information to local pet owners. The purpose of my speech is to hopefully persuade you into having your pet be spayed or neutered. There's a lot of medical benefits to this and behavioral benefits, along with just it's going to help our environment with the crisis that's currently going on. Like I said, there is a huge pet homelessness crisis, which can be solved by having your pet spayed or neutered, and I will be providing the information as to where you can go to get this done. Especially if you can't afford it, there are plenty of options as to where you can go to get a free surgery done for your pet, and maybe one day we'll see that there will be no more kill shelters. Like I said, currently, according to the ASPCA, you'll help control the pet homelessness crisis, which results in millions of healthy dogs and cats being put down every single year. That's a huge number and it's super sad, but I have heard a lot about this as I have volunteered at different humane societies, and there's just not enough space for all these dogs. So they are highly encouraging to have your pet spayed or neutered to prevent this problem that we're currently facing. They have found that not only was there a need for the spay and neuter program, but there's also been an extended wellness care and access to preventative care treatments from the PetSmart Charities. Leading chairman, he has said that the spay and neuter program is highly needed. And so now that we've seen more what the problem in our society is with this current debate as to whether you should have your pet spayed or neutered, you're wondering, okay, well, what was part of the benefits? So a study of 460,000 cats and 2.2 million dogs found that having your cat spayed increases its life 39% longer, and having your dog spayed will increase it 23% longer than those that were not spayed. And you're wondering, okay, why is this happening? If you have your pet spayed and neutered, it decreases their chances of getting testicular cancer and breast cancer, and it also decreases their chances of getting a UTI, which can go undetected and lead to a lot of problems and even result in death. It's hard to diagnose some of these problems in your pets just because they can't speak for themselves, and it's not because they're bad owners, they just don't see the problem until it's too late. PetSmart Charities has teamed up with the ASPCA to connect pet parents with low-cost spay and neuter clinics in communities across the country, and this is a very good way to get this procedure done if you can't afford it. Currently, an action you can take here in San Angelo if you have any pets is the SNP program. If you go online at the Concho Valley Paws, they partnered with participating vet clinics and they offer vouchers to reduce the fees, and they will waive the fee for you or give it to you at a reduced rate if you can't afford it. And it's a highly encouraged procedure by all vets across the United States. There can be complications, but the complications are a lot slighter than the chances of your pet getting cancer and dying from that. If you're wondering, okay, that's great and this is sad, but I don't have a pet, how can I help? If you want to help, you can also donate to places such as PetSmart or the Humane Society. Here in San Angelo, the local Humane Society is going to be the Concho Valley Paws, and then the PetSmart here, you can donate to the PetSmart Charities, and the PetSmart Charities will help take that money and give it back into the community by helping pet owners pay for care such as vaccines and having the spay and neuter programs for pets that they can't afford it but they need to have it done. If you don't want to take it to a local charity and you can afford the procedure, you can also just ask your local vet what's the best time I can have this procedure done. It's going to be dependent on the breed, the age, and if your pet has any pre-existing health problems. Your vet will be able to answer all those questions and give you more information about that. I currently volunteer at the Humane Society here, the Concho Valley Paws, and there's over 100 dogs there that need homes. Some of those dogs have been there for over a year, and I constantly see people bring in their pets because they just can't afford to take care of them. There are plenty of cases where they had a litter of like 10 dogs and they can only find homes for 8 of them, so those other 2 dogs end up at places like the Humane Society, and sometimes the Humane Society has to turn the dogs away because they're full and they have to go to a kill shelter. And if they can't find places for those pets, then they are euthanized too. And they're perfectly healthy dogs and cats, they just can't find homes for them. San Angelo right now currently has a very huge feral cat program that they're trying to work with the Concho Valley Paws, because there is a huge overpopulation of cats. Just because a few cats got out, people haven't been spaying and neutering, and cats reproduce very fast, as do dogs, and that population can grow immensely, like crazy, overnight. And I mean, here locally, even at the university, there are plenty of teachers I see constantly trying to feed the cats and the dogs. It's a huge problem, and that's just here in San Angelo alone. Like I said, millions of animals are euthanized across the United States every single year. So this past 2020 year, over 1 million dogs and cats were euthanized just because they couldn't find homes for them. And it's super sad knowing that that could have been prevented by such a simple procedure. And if you don't want to have that procedure done, or your pet has problems and it can't be done, there are alternative surgeries that you can look into, and your vet's going to be able to answer those questions for you. But make sure that you're going to creditable places such as the pet charities I mentioned, like PetSmart, Concho Valley Paws, or if you're going to your trusted local vet, because you want to make sure it's done right and that there's going to be no complications from this procedure. So I'm just going to once again go over the whole thing for you. The main problem is the homeless pet crisis that's going on. Like I said, having this problem solved is simple. You just need to euthanize you just need to spay or neuter your pets, because if not, they will be euthanized, the overpopulation of them. And you just need to take that initiative. You can go online, you can reach out to local charities, and they will be able to tell you where you need to go. And maybe one day there will be no more kill shelters if this is done properly. Again, the purpose of the speech was to just give you information about this procedure and hopefully persuade you into having it done. There's a huge need for it, and it's a very easy fix. An estimated 4.2 million pets this year alone will go into poverty just in the next 6 months because of the COVID-19 crisis that we went through. And that can cause millions of pets to possibly be surrendered, according to the PetSmart charities. And that's super sad, knowing that many pets are going to be surrendered, and a lot of them are probably going to be put down, so even more than what was put down in 2020 alone. We're going to see that spike in 2021. So please just look into how you can help, where you can donate, and hopefully one day we can solve this problem.